President Trump announcing tariff relief for automakers. Phil LeBeau joins us right now with the details on that. Phil, this is pretty complicated, but pretty important at the same time.
It is a little bit more complicated than I think people would like in terms of trying to understand it. But for the automakers, this provides a little more clarity. And here's what the White House has announced in terms of the new plan when it comes to auto tariffs with regard to foreign-sourced parts. And we're not talking about anything that's USMCA compliant. We're talking about something that's being brought in from another country. Let's take an engine for BMW built in South Carolina. They have destacked the tariffs. So that engine, this eliminates some select multiple tariffs. Instead of also being slapped with an steel and aluminum tariff on that engine, it's just for the import of the engine itself. Year one, the offset is 15% of MSRP. And what percentage of that goes to foreign parts? And then year two, it goes down to 10%. Here's the president last night in Michigan talking about why they made this decision.
It's called a little flexibility. The guys were crying. They love it. Everything's good. But just in case we can't get everything in time, we gave them a little bit. So it's 15% of the parts, and then it's 10% of the parts. We give them a little time before we slaughter them if they don't do this right.
All right, in dollars and cents, how much might this help the automakers in terms of their bottom line? Tom Narayan at RBC Capital did this calculation. No offset. So before they put this change in place, it would likely have cost General Motors $12 billion. There you see $5 billion will be the impact with these 15% offsets for foreign parts. You see the same thing for Ford, for Stellantis, considerably less in terms of what the impact might be for the automakers. So that is certainly some relief there as you take a look at GM, Ford, and Stellantis. Remember, early this morning, Stellantis pulled its full-year guidance. By the way, so did Mercedes, so did Volkswagen. Everybody's pulling their guidance, almost everybody, within the auto industry. What about General Motors? Well, it said that its guidance, the one that was released in January, you can't rely on that. But we could get new guidance tomorrow. We'll be talking with Mary Barra, the chair and CEO of General Motors, first on CNBC, right here on Squawk Box, guys. We'll see if this clarity really does put the automakers like General Motors in a position where they can say, okay, we know enough now that we can move forward with a little better sense of what the impact is going to be.
Phil, you mentioned that this is separate from anything that is USMCA compliant. What's the latest on the standings on that? Is there a holding period on what we get with USMCA? I'm confused.
Nobody's quite sure. And, Becky, that's the number one. I know the White House would love to say this is going to spur more production in the U.S. And, yes, we are seeing more production in the U.S. And it'll spur the suppliers and component makers to bring some of their plants that are in Mexico or in Canada back to the United States. I've talked with people on the supplier side of the business. Almost everybody says the same thing. Until I know what USMCA is, I'm not moving production. And they don't have a whole lot of liquidity. It's not like an OEM or an automaker, I should say, where they can say, okay, we can go to the markets. Some of these guys are tier 2 and tier 3 suppliers. We use the term mom and pop operations, guys. They don't have the money to just say, okay, I'm going to move from Ontario down to Michigan, and I'll build a new plant there. They want certainty when it comes to USMCA.
Okay.
Hey, Phil, I had a question, which is, I think Howard Lutnick made a comment that this was a 2-year, that there's sort of going to be this 2-year window, which is interesting because from a negotiation perspective, if they do move certain things back, then all of a sudden they become incentivized to actually want the tariffs to remain on in the future, or at least to maintain the new status quo, given the new investments that they make, right? Meaning it actually becomes very hard to reverse later.
Correct. And look, the White House has made it clear they believe that this will not only spur more production in the United States, it'll also spur greater job growth within the auto industry and within auto manufacturing here in the U.S. I'll be curious to see when this is going to happen, guys, because Howard Lutnick, I know he said it on our air yesterday, you wait and see, there's going to be hundreds of jobs, thousands of jobs, tens of thousands coming back to the United States. We haven't seen anybody commit to it yet. I mean, in a meaningful way. Yes, General Motors has moved truck production, some of it from Mexico up to its plant in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Some of the automakers are adding shifts, increasing the run rate of production. But we have not seen a full-blown, okay, we are going to build a plant in this location in the United States.